This is probably the tastiest sounding of the trucks that I've driven. Ugh. I think Toyota might actually be losing interest in the Tundra. Now, in the world of cars, truck owners tend to be among the group of the saltiest and most passionate people about what they drive and who's the best. So I figured I'd do a tournament and let's see, once and for all, who actually makes the best pickup truck. Also, before I get too far into my video, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my new stuff coming out. I'll also be doing a giveaway that I'll be talking about later in this video. Now, before I start this tournament, let me lay out some of the parameters of how we did this. We're just looking at the years 2015 to 2019, so a little 5-year chunk. And like I'd mentioned towards the beginning, we're only looking at full-size pickups here. So we're leaving out the Tacoma, the new Jeep Gladiator, the Chevy Colorado, trucks like that, which are considered to be midsize or compact. And with a relatively small focus group, we put together 7 categories that we deem to be relevant in making a truck good or bad. And those 7 categories are power, fuel efficiency, towing, payload, complaints per 10,000, price, and value retention. Alright, so for our tournament bracket here, we have 6 trucks that we're looking at. We have the Ford F-150, the GMC Sierra, the Chevrolet Silverado, Toyota Tundra, the Ram 1500, and the Nissan Titan. So our first match is the Ford F-150 versus the GMC Sierra. In the last 5 years, Ford offered a 6-speed transmission, but in 2017 did an update to give it a 10-speed transmission. And these larger transmissions are good because it offers more horsepower at lower speeds. It helps with torque and also with fuel efficiency. Their engines also offer a variable camshaft timing with twin turbos on their EcoBoost engine, but they don't have any diesel options. From 2015 to 2018, the Sierra came with an 8-speed automatic transmission, but in 2019 finally bumped up to the 10-speed. Again, also being really good for adding extra horsepower, torque, and improving fuel efficiency. GM also offers what's called an active fuel management, where they can actively disable cylinders to increase fuel efficiency, as well as what's called a continuous variable valve timing, or a CVVT, which again can allow for greater increases in power or fuel efficiency depending on what you need. Alright, so looking at our first category, we're going to check out power. For 3 of the 5 years, the F-150 takes the win, offering up to 450 horsepower. For fuel efficiency, the F-150 takes the win for all 5 years, offering up to 26 combined MPG in 2019 and offering around 23 combined MPG for 4 of these 5 years, whereas GMC only offered about 21 to 22 combined MPG. Looking at towing, Ford again takes the win for all 5 years. GMC offering up to about 12,200 pounds for towing capacity, whereas the F-150 offers up to over 13,000 pounds in towing capacity, beating it by over 1,000 pounds. As far as payload goes, Ford again takes the win all 5 of these years, offering up to about 3,300 pounds for payload, whereas GMC only offered about 2,200. Yeah, so looking at complaints per 10,000, GMC actually lost 3 of those 5 years, with Ford getting sometimes half or less than half the complaints that GMC got during those good years. As far as price goes, Ford takes the win, and that's likely because GMC has kind of gained the reputation of being this more higher quality, more luxurious brand between Chevy and GMC. So they offer a higher price range, especially with the Dahle trims. And for value retention, though, GMC actually wins all 5 of those years, which actually isn't all that bad. It's an expensive truck, but it does look like it holds its value through the years. So overall, the Ford F-150 took the win over the GMC Sierra, winning 6 of the 7 categories over the GMC Sierra. Alright, so before I get into this next matchup, if you guys like cars and you also like wearing t-shirts, like me, I don't know, I have a line of t-shirts coming out that I'm selling on my Facebook page. You guys can go check it out here. My giveaway, I'll be giving out 1 of these t-shirts for free, no cost to you, free shipping, everything. And the first thing you need to do is subscribe to my page if you want to be in on that giveaway. There's a second step that I need you guys to do, but I'll mention that a little later on. So our next matchup is the Chevrolet Silverado versus the Toyota Tundra. From 2015 to 2018, they offered an 8-speed automatic transmission, finally upgrading to the 10-speed in 2019. Again, like GMC, they have the active fuel management, the continuous variable valve timing, and Duramax diesel engines. The Tundra only offers a 6-speed transmission and what they call an acoustic control induction system, which basically means there's a valve that can control how much or how little air can come into the engine. And they also have a similar thing like Ford and GM that they call the independent variable valve timing, which again just controls how much the valves can come out, delivering more or less power or more or less fuel efficiency depending on what you need. Alright, so looking in the power category, Chevrolet takes the win all 5 of the years, offering up to 420 horsepower, whereas the Tundra only offers up to 381. For fuel efficiency, again, Chevrolet takes the win, offering up to 21 combined MPG, with Toyota only offering up to 17. I personally think that this is because Toyota hasn't given a bigger transmission and they haven't done these major technology additions like Ford and GM have already been doing. For towing capacity, Chevrolet takes the win all 5 of these years, offering over 12,000 pounds in towing capacity, whereas the Toyota Tundra only offers just over 10,000. And for payload, again, Chevrolet wins all 5 of these years, offering over 2,200 pounds in payload capacity, whereas the Toyota Tundra offers about 1,700 to 1,800. Now, complaints, there's not too much of a surprise here. Toyota wins in the complaints category. Like I had mentioned, Toyota is a very reputable brand. They make very high quality cars, and they won 3 of the 5 years. As far as pricing goes, though, making those high quality cars does come at a price. So Chevrolet won the price category for all 5 years. And for value retention, not too much of a surprise, but Toyota wins all 5 years for value retention. Like I said, Toyota's a highly reputable brand. They make high quality cars, and I think everyone knows Toyota trucks hold their value for a very, very long time. So if you haven't caught on yet, the overall win here goes to the Chevrolet Silverado, winning 5 of the 7 categories. Alright, so our last matchup here is the Ram 1500 versus the Nissan Titan. Okay, so looking at the Ram 1500, I say Ram and not Dodge because they're actually separate companies now. This happened in 2010 where Dodge and Ram became separate brands. So for the 5 years that we're looking at here, Ram offers an 8-speed transmission, a variable valve timing system like we've seen with the other trucks we've been looking at, and Ram also offers a Hemi 5.7 liter V8, which is different from most cars and trucks you'll look at. In most engines, you'll see that the pistons are flat on top, but with the Hemi engine, the word comes from hemisphere, meaning that the top of the piston is actually curved, creating greater compression in the cylinders. And there's a t-shirt for that if you want it. And they also have a cylinder deactivation system, kind of like the active fuel management that GM does. Initially, in 2015, we have it with a 5-speed transmission, but they did a major update in 2016. If you haven't seen it, they gave it a 7-speed transmission, offering it with a Cummins diesel engine, as well as having a variable valve timing system like the other trucks that we've seen. Alright, so looking at the power category, we actually see that Ram wins all 5 of these years. But just barely, I will say. The Titan offers up to 390 horsepower, but the Ram offers 395. So it wins, but by 5 horsepower, which in my opinion isn't a whole lot, but hey, it's enough to win. Moving on into fuel efficiency, Ram takes the win for all 5 of those years. The Nissan Titan offering up to 18 combined MPG, but the Ram offering up to 25 with their diesel Pentastar engine. And moving into towing capacity, Ram takes the win for 4 of these 5 years, offering over 10,000 pounds in towing capacity, even up to 12,000, almost 13,000 in 2019, whereas the Nissan Titan offers just under 10,000. And looking into payload, each were fighting right around the 2,000 pound mark, but Ram did take the win for 3 of the 5 years. And looking at complaints per 10,000, Ram takes the win for 3 of the 5 years. It was actually pretty close. And looking at the price category, Ram wins 4 of the 5 years, being some $5,000 to $10,000 cheaper than the Nissan Titan. And in the last category, Nissan actually takes the win, retaining about 10% more of its value than over the Ram. Alright, so if you haven't put it together yet, Ram won over the Nissan Titan, winning 6 of the 7 categories. And that makes our overall winners for this first round the Ford F-150, the Chevrolet Silverado, and the Ram 1500. And if you're still hanging around waiting to see how you can get in on this giveaway, all I need you guys to do is in the comments, tell me what your favorite car is. And that's it. So if I see that you guys are subscribed and you commented on one of my videos for this tournament with your favorite car, you guys will be in the running for a free t-shirt. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything new. Check out my Facebook page, see if you want to get yourself a t-shirt. You can also follow me on Instagram to get inside updates on how my videos are coming along. And as always, thanks for watching.